You are leading with love, and we stand with you today, tomorrow, and always.
First here at 5 o'clock, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden is heading back to Tulsa after visiting the Cherokee Immersion School in Tahlequah earlier today.
Dr. Biden and U.S. Secretary of the Interior Deb Haaland touched down in Tulsa just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. She met with the First Lady, Sarah Stitt, on the plane and then spoke with Tulsa Mayor G.T. Bynum on the tarmac before making the drive to Tahlequah. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm Brian Dorman.
And I'm Shannon Brousseau. News on 6's Amy Slanchik is live for us in Tahlequah, where Dr. Biden just left about 10 minutes ago. Amy has the latest on today's visit for us, including what Dr. Biden had to say. Amy?
Shannon and Brian, right now we're in the room where First Lady Jill Biden just left from, like you said, about 10 minutes ago. But we've been asked to stay here for 20 minutes for security reasons. Now, the building just next to where we were is where she spent some time in a third grade classroom with several students who would normally be in just their regular class today. There were 11 students and 2 teachers. And I'm told by my photographer, photojournalist, Michael Blair, who was actually in the room, I wasn't allowed to be in there for reporters weren't there because of the classroom was so small. But he says that each child stood up and said their name, and then they all said the Pledge of Allegiance in Cherokee, and then the teachers went over with the First Lady what a lesson would normally look like. So she really got a glimpse today of exactly what a normal day in the classroom would look like. And then she came over here to this room where we are now, and Cherokee Nation Chief Chuck Hoskin Jr. went over some talking points with Dr. Jill Biden, which you see here in this room right here. So they spent a good 10 minutes in here, and then she's now on her way, of course. So while those students got to spend some time with the First Lady outside in the audience when she gave remarks before going to the classroom, 5th, 6th, and 7th graders were in the audience. They also got a glimpse of this White House visit. And Chuck Hoskin Jr. got up and spoke before the First Lady and mentioned to the crowd that in 2022 they'll be opening their second immersion school with a focus on arts and media. So that was one of his main points today. And he really highlighted, saying this visit tells us that saving endangered languages should be an American interest, and the Biden administration is making it so. Then Dr. Jill Biden got up and spoke as well and really emphasized the Biden administration's commitment to preserving the Cherokee language, saying, "You are not alone." Here's what she had to say.
We're going to invest in your community and in the revitalization of Native languages. This is so important to us. We want you to know that President Biden and his administration are a partner to you. I hope you know that. We stand with the Cherokee Nation.
Again, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, a teacher herself, spending some time in the classroom here in Tahlequah today and on her way back home now. And Chuck Hoskin Jr. saying that this will really be a pivotal point, a pivotal moment, this visit going forward as they try to really preserve the Cherokee language. Live in Tahlequah, Amy Slanchik, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.